Christian men, if you've ever stayed in a relationship because you felt bad for her, or said yes to a woman you didn't actually want because you felt scared to hurt her, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll know if you're dating out of pity right now, why that's satanic, and how to end it without becoming the bad guy in your own head. If you're a Christian man who wants to become a husband and pursue a godly, attractive wife, this channel is for you. And if you want brothers walking this out, join our husband in training community on School. We've got a 7-day free trial so you can see if it's actually a fit. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Let's start simple. Desire draws you to someone because you want to be with them. Pity draws you to someone because you feel bad for them. Desire shows up as you want to be there. You're excited. You make plans. You lean in and pursue. Pity shows up as you only feel obligation. You're never excited to be around them. Instead of being assertive and making plans, you go through the motions and nod along. Think about that. God never forced himself on you. He never grabbed you by the throat and forced you to love him. He never forced you to repent. He doesn't even force you to receive salvation. He showed you his love and gave you free will and let you respond. So be very slow to slap obedience on a covenant where love is not genuine, and you're forcing yourself to stay with a woman you don't actually love, but just pity. That's not the love Christ called us to reflect, and it's not how he's asking you to love a wife.
Jesus said, treat others the way you want to be treated. So ask yourself honestly, do you want your future wife to choose you because she desires you, or she feels bad for you? Attraction is strongest when it's mutual, freely given, and genuine. Being liked because someone feels sorry for you doesn't build real attraction and joy. Ask any healthy woman what she actually wants in a marriage. To be loved, to be respected, to feel safe, to be provided for. He feels sorry for me, it's not on that list. When you're honest, you don't want to be someone's charity case. And you wouldn't look at your son or your younger brother that you love and say, marry a woman who just feels bad for you.
So when you date a woman out of pity, you're giving her a story you would never want for yourself or for someone you love. That's not being nice. That's breaking the exact standard we're called to live by. Here's what can happen when you date out of pity. First, you build on dishonesty. But the dynamic underneath the surface is, I don't actually want her, but I'm staying. And she doesn't just hear your words. She can feel your tone, your effort, and your energy. Pity relationships always leak the truth. Second, quiet resentment grows. Over time, you start thinking, why am I here? This isn't what I wanted. That turns into emotional withdrawal, frustration, and many times an explosion or a quiet exit later. Third, you rob her of actually being chosen. You think you're protecting her feelings, but what you're actually doing is deceiving her and blocking her from being chosen by a man who genuinely desires her. And she can feel it. A lot of women are highly tuned to effort and your presence in a relationship. Over time, her internal dialogue becomes, does he actually want me, or is he just here? Instead of feeling chosen, she quietly starts to feel like a consolation prize.
That doesn't just make her sad for a week. It can start to eat at her identity as a woman. She can start to feel, maybe I'm not really attractive. Maybe I'm just the kind of woman men settle for. Maybe this is the best I can get. For many women, his lack of desire becomes a mirror. And if that goes on long enough, she doesn't just feel unwanted in a relationship. She can start to feel less worthy as a woman. So she overthinks, overcompensates, and eventually shuts down because deep down, she doesn't feel truly wanted.
When you date a woman out of pity, you don't make her feel desired. You make her feel tolerated. That's not kindness. It's a sure way of crushing her sense of worth while you tell yourself you're doing the right thing. Fourth, you open the door to real temptation. If there's no real attraction, your mind can't help but wander. Comparisons with other women start happening. Temptation increases. And it's all because you try to build a holy relationship without genuine love or honest desire.
A lot of men do this because they're terrified of being the bad guy. They confuse kindness with compliance.
And a lot of you would rather live a lie then tell the scary truth. And then call that being nice. Some of you were taught that desire is demonic. So you discard it and call that crucifying your flesh. But listen, a relationship that looks holy only on the outside and is built with pity on the inside is not stable. It's a house built on sand. If you don't want a woman choosing you out of pity, don't do it to her either. God doesn't command men to endure relationships they don't want, just so they can appear as the holy God. He calls husbands to love as Christ loved the church, live with integrity, and lead truthfully. A God-honoring marriage is not, I'm staying so people at church don't think I failed. It's, I see you, I choose you, I want to be with you, and I'm committed before God. If you actually love someone, you would never tell them, get married and spend your whole life in a marriage where you wouldn't really want to be there. Just stay and marry her so you don't look like a failure. Anything less than genuine desire and genuine love and I'm committed to you before God might stay together on pen and paper, but it's already collapsing on the inside. That's not the picture of Christ and his bride you're called to reflect. So if you're watching this and feel like I'm literally in this exact situation, here's your next step. First, get honest with God. Here's a prayer you can use. Lord, I've been staying out of pity and fear, not love and obedience. Show me the right way to handle this. Second, get honest with yourself. Write out exactly what you want in a wife. Spiritually, emotionally, and yes, physically. Third, have a hard, kind conversation. Please don't say, I pity you, but you do have to be honest. This isn't the relationship you want to build. Be gentle, be clear, and don't just drag it out to avoid feeling discomfort. Dragging out a relationship you do not want is not mercy. It's a fragile ego dressed up as righteousness.
If you're a Christian man and you don't want to end up in a marriage built on pity and quiet resentment,
this is what we help men with every week. We coach biblical dating through practicality so it works in real life. Becoming a Christ-like man, pursuing a godly attractive wife, and building a marriage where you both genuinely feel chosen. So if you're a Christian man who actually wants to walk this out towards a godly attractive wife, be sure to subscribe. That's exactly what this channel is for. And if you want a community of brothers walking this out with you, join the husband in training community on School. There's a 7-day free trial so you can see if it's actually a fit. The link is in the description and pinned comment. And if you're not as comfortable in group setting and you want one-on-one coaching from us, sign up for the 6-month Godly Wife Blueprint Mentorship. The link will also be in the description and in the pinned comment. Stop dating women you feel bad for. Start dating out of truth, desire, and integrity. And brothers, thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video. If you guys have any questions or even topics you guys would love us to cover, please leave in the comment section down below. We actually do go through the comments and make videos out of some of the things that you guys request. But I hope you guys have a great day and thanks for being part of this amazing community. Peace out.